As we look at our surrounding, we see large variety of the things with different shapes, size, texture, physical property and chemical property. In this chapter, we shall learn about the classification of the elements present in the nature based on their periodic properties. We have learned that matter around us is present in the form of elements, compounds, and mixtures, and the elements contain atoms of only one type. So, today we are going to learn about the lesson number 5, periodic classification of elements. Do you know how many elements are known till date? At present, 118 elements are known to us, and around the year 1800 only 30 elements were known. All these had seemingly different properties. As different elements were being discovered, the scientists gathered more and more information about the properties of these elements, and they found it difficult to organize all that known about the elements. They started looking for some pattern in their properties. Now, such a large number of elements we will see about their definition, means substances containing the atoms of only one type, for example sodium, gold, magnesium, etc. There are around 118 elements known to us, and the first classification of the elements was into metals and non-metals. The elements are classified to make the study easy by seeing their properties, that is metals, non-metals and metalloids. Making order out of chaos, early attempt at the classification of the element was done by the Dobereiner. Thus, further classification were tried out as our knowledge of elements and their properties increase. So, Dobereiner's triad in the year 1817, John Wolfgang Dobereiner, a German chemist, tried to classify the elements with similar properties into the groups. He identified some groups having 3 elements such called as the triad. So, these groups triads showed that when 3 elements in a group are arranged according to their increasing order of atomic mass, the atomic mass of middle element was roughly the average of atomic masses of the other 2 elements. So, when the elements were written in order of increasing atomic masses, the atomic masses of the middle was the average of atomic mass of other 2 elements. This is called as Dobereiner triad. Now, what are limitations? Only 3 triads were recognized from the elements known at that time. For example, the triad containing lithium, sodium, potassium, that is Li, Na and K. For the lithium, atomic mass is 6.9, for sodium 23 and for potassium 39. So, now we can take the average of atomic mass of first and third element from this group. So, we can see the example. First element is lithium, its atomic mass is 6.9 plus third element of this group, atomic mass is 39. Take the average of it, that is 6.9 plus 39 divided by 2, we are getting the value as 23, and it becomes equal to the atomic mass of middle element. You can take the another example of calcium. 40.1, strontium and barium 137.3. Now, the average of atomic mass of this first element calcium plus third element barium, average means divided by 2, we get nearly equal to value of the average of atomic mass is equal to 87.6. Thus, these triads shows that the middle element's atomic mass is the average of other two elements in the group, that is Dobereiner triad. The attempt of Dobereiner encouraged other chemists to correlate the properties of the elements with the atomic masses. So in 1866, the scientist John Newlands, the English scientist, arranged the known elements in the order of their atomic masses. He made the group of 8 elements. He found that every eighth element had properties similar to that of the first. He compared this to the octaves found in music. Therefore, he called it as a law of octave. So, Newland's law of octave is based on increasing atomic masses of the element. He states that when elements are arranged, it was found that every eighth element had properties similar to that of the first. So hence, according to this arrangement, the properties of sodium and lithium are same. These limitations seen by the octave law are that it is applicable only up to the calcium. After calcium, every eighth element did not possess the similar properties. Second limitation is that it was assumed by the Newlands that only 56 elements were in the nature. No more elements would be discovered in the future. Third limitation is that in order to fit elements into his table, Newlands adjusted two elements in the same slot. Means in some cases, properties of the elements were not same as defined by the octet. For example, cobalt and nickel ion, they were placed away from each other. They work well only with lighter elements, not for the heavy element. Now we will see the example or the chart for the Newland's law of octave. Here hydrogen, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen and oxygen. In this means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So 8th element is fluorine. So hydrogen and fluorine will have similar property. After that, lithium and sodium will have similar property. Barium and magnesium will have similar properties. Boron and aluminium have similar properties. Carbon and silicon have similar properties because this is the first element 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So silicon will be 8th element. In case of nitrogen, if we consider the first element, then phosphorus will be the 8th element. So nitrogen and phosphorus will have similar property. Oxygen and sulfur will have similar property. In this way, when we are arranging these all elements, then every 8th element will have similar property to that of the first element. This is the Newland's law of octave. Means even after the rejection of Newland's law of octave, many scientists continue to search for a pattern that correlated the properties of the elements. Means in making order out of chaos, Mendeleev put forth a periodic table, and he has also considered the main property of the element as its atomic mass. The main credit for the classifying elements goes to the Mendeleev. Dmitry Mendeleev, a Russian chemist, was the most important contributor to the early development of the periodic table. When Mendeleev has started his work at that time, there were 63 elements known to us, and he considered these 63 elements in order to examine the relationship between the atomic masses of those elements with their physical and chemical properties. Now, see this Mendeleev's periodic table. He has made this group, that is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, 6, 7 and 8, and horizontal line, these are again 6 horizontal line. So here you can see that in the Mendeleev's periodic table, groups means vertical lines are 8 and horizontal lines are 6. In this group, he has again made the two parts A and B. We can see the formula of the oxides of the element in those groups. Suppose first group R2O and its hydride, it is RH. For second group, oxide formula is RO and hydride formula will be RH2. For third group, R2O3, for hydride RH3. Fourth group, RO2, hydride formula is RH4. For fifth group, R2O5. For sixth group, RO3. Seventh group, R2O7. And eighth group, oxide formula is RO4. And for hydrides of these elements, formula ranging from first group to the seventh group is RH, RH2, RH3, RH4, again RH3, RH2 and RH. Thus, when we see this horizontal line for first, second, third line, he means has kept some element as well as from the fourth. He has given name as first series, second series. In fifth, he has taken first series, second series, and sixth also first series and second series. Means again in the three horizontal line he made two series each. Means from fourth, fifth, and sixth he made two series of the element. But in first, second, third there is only one series. Now, what are achievements of this Dove-Reiner periodic table? Means in case of Mendeleev's periodic table, we have seen the vertical columns are called groups and horizontal rows called as periods. While developing the periodic table, there are few instances where Mendeleev had placed an element with slightly greater atomic masses before an element with slightly lower atomic mass. But when he kept those elements are arranged according to their increasing order of atomic mass, and therefore this consideration he has made one rule that is called as Mendeleev's periodic law. What it states, the Mendeleev's periodic law states that the properties of the elements are the periodic function of their atomic mass. Mendeleev's periodic table, based on the chemical properties of elements, it contains vertical columns called groups and horizontal rows called as periods. For classifying, he focused on the oxides and hydrides formed by these elements. He arranged them according to their atomic mass. It was observed that not only the chemical but physical properties are recurred at the equal intervals. They are repeated. Now we will see about achievements of Mendeleev's periodic table. The elements with similar properties could be grouped together. Some gaps were left for undiscovered elements. Third thing is that noble gases could be placed without disturbing the existing order. He placed in a new or separate group. He even predicted that the properties of some of these elements and named them as Eka-boron, Eka-aluminium and Eka-silicon respectively. Later on, these elements when discovered named as Eka-boron, that is scandium, Eka-aluminium, that is gallium, and Eka-silicon, that is germanium respectively. But there were some limitations also. What are those limitations? In case of this Mendeleev's classification, the electronic configuration of hydrogen resembles that of alkali metals. Means like alkali metals, hydrogen combines with the halogens, oxygen and sulfur to form the compounds having similar formula, that is HCl, H2O, H2S, etc. And if we compare it with the alkali metal like sodium, means it forms NaCl, means resemblance of the formula HCl, NaCl, oxide H2O, Na2O, for sulfide H2S, Na2S, and there is no fixed position for the hydrogen. What is the second limitation? He has not given the place for the isotopes of the compound like hydrogen, chlorine, etc. There is no regular trend in atomic masses, means some of the element with more atomic mass is placed before and atomic mass with the less atomic mass element are placed afterward. There is means one more limitation that cobalt was placed before nickel. That is the example of the cobalt has the atomic mass 58.93 and nickel has atomic mass 58.71, means cobalt with more atomic mass is placed before the nickel. The Mendeleev periodic table was published in German journal in 1872